Hi, Happy New Year. I'm Leonard Morin. I want to talk to you a little bit about the Wake Up 1070 slate for the interpreter chapter of our local. Along with Liz Figueroa, who will be running for vice chair, and Belkis Balaguera running for recording secretary, I'm running for chair of the interpreter chapter. The following are some of the items on our agenda if we're elected. Our first priority will be to make sure that all our members are safe and healthy in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic. Until just a few days ago, I served as delegate of Local 1070 to DC 37. One of the last things I worked on was to arrange for a health and safety inspection of my workplace at 100 Center Street. There have been many complaints from our members, and now the inspection is imminent in the first few days of the new year. The inspection will include a review of the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems, hygiene, and any crowding issues in all the offices where our members work at criminal court. Our second priority is to make sure that all our members stay employed. We will advocate for a buyout package for our members who are more senior. We will also consider the possibility of lobbying our legislature so that it will allocate more funds to the court system and court interpreters in particular. If we get wind of layoff plans from OCA, then we will involve our union's negotiations and research department to cost out such measures so that we can counter them with an informed response. We want to make sure that our members are able to do their jobs adequately under the current conditions while staying safe. This would include a review of the current remote interpreting conditions and the conditions of our colleagues who are obliged to come and work in person in court. A long-standing issue for interpreters has been team interpreting, and we want to make sure that team interpreting is universal in all longer hearings and trials. Continuing education is also of paramount importance to interpreters because the amount of education and skill is so broad and takes so many years to develop and can always be perfected. In addition to wanting to involve our members in these efforts to improve our working conditions and make us better professionals, we want to involve professional organizations so that we can be better informed and have allies in our efforts. These organizations include the American Translators Association, the National Association of Judiciary Interpreters and Translators, and the New York Circle of Translators. Our members who don't work in civil service titles should have the ability to take promotional exams, although they currently do not. We also want to make sure that our members that interpret more than one language pair are afforded a payment differential to reflect this. So I hope you'll consider voting for our slate. My running mates, Liz Figueroa and Belkis Balaguera, are smart and hardworking, and you can be sure that we'll advocate fiercely for your interests. It's probably obvious to you that if the Wake Up 1070 candidate for president of the local is not elected, it'll be much harder for us to get things done. So if you haven't voted in that election yet in favor of our candidate, I would urge you to do so as the deadline is fast approaching. But either way, you can be sure that the interpreter chapter slate, if elected, will be unrelenting in advocating for your interests. So I wish you a great 2021 and hope that together we can bring court interpreting in the New York state courts into the 20th century, albeit perhaps 20 years late. Thank you.